So, I'm going to try to make this a very simple to follow guide that shows all the requirements of Limbo and how to get into it. I'm going to try to make sure that there's next to no filler, and that's all I need to get out of the way, honestly. So, first, if you have completed the Stella Star quest, which hopefully you should have by now if you're trying to get in here and unlock that, she should have a second quest for you, and once you claim it, all you need to do is roll a few auras, and after you're done with that, talk to her, get the glass candle recipe. It should appear in your inventory just near the bottom or so. If it's not, just search it up, and you have to use it for it to appear in the cauldron. In the cauldron, you need a null, like the resonance, which is this, and a a Stella's candle. And for that, you should get the glass candle. Glass candle is an infinite use item, and it has a 3-minute duration with a 1-minute cooldown after the duration ends. Now for the candles, and how to get to the cave in the first place. To get to the cave in the first place, you're going to want to go over here, make sure to have your glass candle at the ready. And it is over here near the torch. To get near the torch thing over there with the obby, just go along this alternate path, and after you make it over here, all you need to do is use the glass candle. As you can see, 3-minute duration, and it will let you pass. Now personally, I have 3 candles lit because I already did the thing. Now this one over here, I'm going to show it real quick. I personally do it like this because sometimes it gets rid of the candle otherwise, but equip undefined, and then you have like 2 seconds or so to equip the torch. Sometimes if you equip undefined while having the torch, it will randomly disappear. I'm not sure if that's been fixed, but I personally just do it my way. As you can see, that torch has turned black. Now if we head back over here, the candle in the top right, if you go to step on it with this torch over here, it will disappear, and if the candle wasn't lit already, it will light. Now this candle is probably the second most simple. All you need for it is to get a null biome, and you need to go to the grail. You need to go to the grail up there, and you need to put a null inside of the thing. Now, in case you take a bit too long to finish the other steps, it's not that bad. You can simply turn off your buffs to conserve the grail duration, like I did when I was doing it. And if you go back in here, I'm going to speed this part up. Now, very quickly, this candle over here will delight if your buffs are either off or if your grail buff ends. So I'd recommend, just have it on whenever you're getting all this stuff done. This candle is likely the worst one, at least it was for me to figure out by myself, since there were no guides at the time. You need to find 8 sigils. Well, you don't need to find 8, you need to find 3 or 4. There can either be 3 or 4, but there are 8 possible locations for them, and I will quickly go over them. I'm going to speed it up as I make it to each location so it isn't that time consuming. The first one is quite simple to find, if it's not here, but it should be, if it's there for you. It is around right here on this wall. And the second one is very close by as well. It is simply over here behind this big mushroom, and there should be one right against this wall as well. I'm going to speed it up again until I get to the next location. Actually, while I'm here, because it put me here for whatever reason, you can use Blossom Frozen or Arcane Dark to get to this area. I'd recommend Frozen if you have it, as it's just easier. The next sigil should be right here. I'm not 100% sure, as I've never actually had it in this location. If not, look around other rocks and see where it's at. Now if you were to fall back in here, the 4th location can be shown, and it is is right over here behind this rock. And I will now speed up again until I get to the next location. Okay, well that speed up honestly wasn't necessary, but the next location is right here. There should be a sigil right here if it has spawned for you. And the next sigil is just up the waterfall obby to get to Stella. But instead of going to Stella, like you normally would, you will go over here onto this ledge. And if there is a sigil here, it should spawn for you right here. Order. Once one of them turns white, here's another location by the way, you can actually see one here this time. Which means I got one there. Now, the sigils you need to get them in a certain order. So they need to all turn white one after another. If one of them flashes red, you have to repeat the sequence. Now, for the final location, which might just be the most evil one, it is right down here. And as you can see, there's one right there. Also, for the sigils to activate, I'm probably going to put this information at the start of this section actually, but I'm going to mention it now in case I forget. You need the glass candle effect on. So, dang it. But you should hear a noise if you activated it correctly. After getting all 3 or 4 sigils in the right order and having all of them turn white, I'm going to speed this up. If you did all of that right, this candle right here should be lit, or it's this one. It's either this one or this one, but yeah. Now for the final candle, I'm pretty sure it is this one. It might be, I don't know, but for this one you're going to want to turn your auto roll off, and you're either going to want to get a group of people if you have the material, if they all have the materials to do so, to use it and try to get null. Now what you have to do for this candle is during null, do not roll. Just do not roll at all. And when null starts, if you are inside of the cave, you will need to leave and re-enter for the candle to activate. I'm 90% sure. Just to be safe, make sure to do that. And stand on the candle for good measure. I don't think there's a 100% confirmed safe method, but that's all the stuff that you really need to do to know about. After the candle lights up, make sure to turn your buffs back on so this candle will light. I'm not sure if it lights without the buffs, but yeah, you will likely want to turn your auto roll off before you use Biominimizer, and you'll want to turn your buffs on so this candle over here lights with the null resonance in the grail, as I mentioned before. After all that, the Limbo should be open for you, and after you get in there, you can claim the achievement to get the portable crack, and you can now head in there whenever you want.